Do you feel a little undead in the day? It turns out you could be turning into an office zombie, and it all has to do with the layout at work.
Really does. Joining us on the Kogo News Live line is office design expert Ernesto Miranda. And Ernesto, what type of atmosphere at work is turning us into zombies?
Well, the primary one is not having green spaces as well as natural light coming in. That's really been key in some of the productivity studies that we've had, I would say probably over the course of the last 10 years. Right now, the productivity increasing almost up to about 20%, just simply by bringing in natural light and redesigning with the fact that you've got workers on the outside and then your C-level and your managers on the interior of the building rather than the old school way where you'd have that corner office and, all the bigwigs would be on the outside getting all that natural light.
We find because, you work in a big building, sometimes you're in one of those interior offices, just popping out aside every once in a while and kind of going, woo, look, sunlight. Does that help?
Well, not only it actually does. The more some natural sunlight that you can bring in there, the more green spaces, a certain amount of green spaces within an interior space, it definitely helps air quality as well. Again, that translates to more productivity during the day for your employees.
How does it translate into more productivity? I mean, what happens to us when we're kind of office zombies?
Well, it's interestingly enough, there's been a recent study that more office workers have a decreased amount of vitamin D that is produced in the body. And so that also during the day over and over again, you're indoors more often and you don't get that natural sunlight that creates those endorphins to keep you, like they say, bright and sunny.
Can you just take vitamin D and call it a day?
You can, but like any other type of vitamin, it's always best to get it from a natural source, which is the sun. I mean, obviously, you don't want to be out there sun tanning, and of course, in beautiful San Diego, that's kind of unavoidable. But having that natural, both the air quality and the sunlight actually does produce those endorphins that you need to kind of keep going during the day.
Now, I know you said natural light, but I know that a lot of people at jobs that I've had, they bring in lamps. I mean, can any artificial light besides what's overhead, can you light your desk a little more to help out with that?
You can, but really the new technology that's out there, especially with color-corrected LEDs, WALKER+MIRANDA, we've done a variety of different offices, and that's one of the key targets that we try to implement in any office environment, as simple as changing out the lights to those color-corrected lights. It sets the correct tone and ambiance that you would have, like, let's say, with natural light coming in.
All right. Thanks for joining us. That is office design expert Ernesto Miranda. And at the very least, you might, if you're feeling a little sluggish at work, you might want to just pop outside for a second and, go, wow, that's the sun right there that we have.